Hello everybody and welcome back to DigiPro Remodeling. So we got a basement that we're currently working at right now at this point, and we're finishing up and we're trying to figure out the best idea to finish up walls so they don't look like standard walls, not a orange peel, or we're gonna make it some kind of texture. So what we did is we mixed up some 90-minute set patching compound. We mixed it so it would feel like butter. And my idea is to make a 3D look on the walls. The first coat of the 90-minute set we're gonna give it to make it a little spiky. We're gonna roll it with the roller, and I'm gonna show you to the other videos all the other steps that we're gonna take forward of completing this project. And then we're going to paint it in two colors, and as well to the second coat of coloring we're gonna add up a little bit of sparkling powder to it, so the walls would really have a full look of a volume and a 3D in them. So we got our tapes are in, our corners and everything. We had it just a rough coat of patching compound onto it, and these walls are basically perfect already for the texture application. And the way that we apply this texture is really simple and really easy. So you take a roller, you roll it on it like that. It's not gonna go always perfect, so don't worry about that, it don't matter. You can roll it off on the wall later. And I would basically start and go in one direction, so I would basically start somewhere from the top. We had an Armstrong ceilings here, so we applied some tape to the ceiling so we don't mess up the edging. And we go like that. We apply it onto the wall. And we are having kind of wavy texture to it. When I'm gonna get down here right now, you're gonna actually see the way the texture looks on the ceiling, on the walls. So this is just the first coat of the texture. Making sure that it goes in all of the corners and stuff. You don't want to make it look too rough, and then you don't want to make it look too small. You want to bring some volume to the flat walls that you're having at your place where you're doing. And you can even paint it in like 3 different colors. I can tell you and show you in other videos how they get done. And like you can apply, this is like a really cheap materials. You can apply whatever stuff to it and you can make it look really, really beautiful. Because I mean, one bag of patching compound costs like what? 10 bucks, 12 bucks? Not that expensive, so it's very affordable. And it's very DIY friendly. You don't need a lot of experience and a lot of skills. Like you look at the texture, you're applying onto the wall, and if you feel satisfied with the texture, cool, keep on going, keep on pushing. So yeah, I'm gonna do this half wall and I'm gonna show you the full process, how it looks. Kind of rolling it there, rolling it here. After I'm gonna go more down, you'll be able to see the actual look of the texture where it's gonna be more light over here. You don't want too much texture there where the ceiling is, and you don't actually want too much texture where the trims are gonna be, because that's gonna take up some space from you. And when you're gonna apply the trims, the surface is not gonna be that flat. Covering up some drywall screws that we missed over here, that's fine because the texture will cover everything and you won't see anything. But make sure to fill those up previously before you start applying the texture. So yeah, basically the patching compound is rollable, pretty good roll. You can roll it really nicely and make some cool stuff with this. Really cheap material, very, like I said again, very DIY friendly. And there's other ways that you can apply this onto the wall. You can also use a patching knife as well. You kind of roll it all around to make it look the same. You can roll up and down, you can roll sideways, it doesn't really matter. As long as the surface looks the same, that's the result that you wanna see actually on the wall. Like, you don't want to see these marks, you want to see a nice flat surface. So you just go back and then re-roll it again like that. And then when you re-roll it the second time, it covers up all the seams and makes the texture smooth. It makes it flat with the whole surface. See some kind of messed up stuff, some dirt that got into it. Make sure you get it out before, so that the first coat of the surface will be pretty flat with the surface, because that's going to be the important thing after I show you the next step. You want to make the surface pretty flat with the wall, but it also covers all the imperfection that the wall has. But the smoother that you're going to apply it on, the nicer the background of the texture will look in the end. And you will figure out what I'm saying in the next video. Don't forget your knee pads. Don't sit on the surface with your knees on the concrete, because you're gonna get hurt with time. You're not gonna feel it right away, but with time you're gonna get hurt. So you wanna make sure you protect yourself, because health these days is very important. Then you smooth it out like that, so the whole textured wall is gonna have the same look. Yeah, there's always fast application like this. I mean, there's like, if you want to make it smoother, you apply it slower. If you want to make it more, if you want to give it more rustic look, or you got the walls that are very, there has a lot of like damage and stuff and cricket and bumps, then you want to apply it fast to give it more, you know, bigger look of the texture. So the bigger texture would be able to cover most of the imperfections that your walls would have. And then when you roll it faster, it kind of smooth out the edges, and it gives you the same look through and the same pattern through the whole surface that you're applying it to. We don't need to go all the way to the bottom, because we're gonna have some plastic baseboards there, so there's no point of going all the way down to the bottom. You roll it out, roll it in, and then you apply it smoother like that to make the texture be the same through the whole surface. That's what I mean. If you have a smaller areas, like you don't need to use a 90-minute set, because 90-minute set is gonna stay pretty hard, pretty flexible for like an hour and a half. But if you needed to apply it faster, or you got yourself to the point where you got too good with it, and then like you feel yourself comfortable with it, so just make sure that you use like a 45-minute set or 20-minute set, and that's gonna still give you plenty more time, and you can apply 2 coats 2-3 times faster. So you know the texture walls are gonna get done faster. You're not gonna spend too much time of doing this. This is just, I'm using 90-minute set just to show it slowly and tell you about it on the video. And then if you're a beginner with texturing walls and stuff, try out for the 90-minute set, or get yourself a small piece of drywall and use a 5-minute set to apply it pretty fast. Use small compounds, small amounts of patching compounds, so you'll be able to teach yourself a pattern how you're gonna roll it. There's a lot of designs that you can do with just regular drywall mod. I mean, the regular drywall mod is like what? Like I said, $10-12 per bag. Not a lot of money, and everybody can afford it. And you can make pretty cool walls with the cheap materials. But the way that you're gonna apply the cheap materials to the walls, this is gonna be the beauty of it. This is gonna be the design. And then I would recommend, if you go from wall to wall, I would recommend for yourself to wash the roller and make sure you use a 1/2-inch roller, because the smaller ones, the 3/8 snap rollers, they will get stuck fast. The mud will get stuck in between the hairs of the roller, and you will have some hard time to get in the structure to the point, the surface and then the structure that you're applying to the point where you're going to be satisfied with it. Because the smaller the hairs of the nap of the roller is, the smaller the texture bumps would be. So there you have it. This is how first coat of this texture looks. It looks flat and same, the pattern is same through the whole surface. Let us finish this room and I'll take a short video on how the full room looks like that. And then stay tuned for the next video, so I will be able to show and explain the other way how to apply the second coat of compound onto it. But we're not going to use the 90-minute set. The next thing that we're going to do here is we're going to use a 20 or a 45-minute set. It depends how hot it's going to be down here in the basement. So the next step, it is this next step that's going to give you the design look of the textured wall that you're going to do. Stay Cheers, guys. Stay tuned for more. And yeah, let us know in the comments if you do like this idea, or if you know already how the walls are going to look in the end. We're going to wait for your comments. Thank you a lot for watching. Thank you for your time.